Hey guys, welcome back. We're back in the woods. It's been about a month, huh?
Just about exactly, yeah. We're back at the cabin this weekend.
Really excited. A lot of fun adventures and projects planned.
We do. We have a whole bunch of stuff planned. We were driving back down the trail and I was telling Rachel, like, there's a local town nearby and they've been struggling. There's a storm that came through recently with a lot of like main roads that were down because of the trees. And I'm like, I hope there's no trees down.
Yep. And so far, so good. Like, we made it all the way almost to our property and then we stumbled upon this. Literally like 50 feet from the driveway. And we are blocked as all get out. Like, let me go stand in front of it for perspective. It is way taller than me. A huge oak came down. Oh yeah, back there. Oh my gosh, it is so massive. I am obviously not dressed for the occasion. I just dressed comfy to travel and wow.
So I think we're gonna be here a little while.
A little bit, yeah.
We can cut big branches. We'll drag them off into the woods.
Ugh.
And try to get a path clear to the cabin. It's about, what do we got, like 2 hours of sunlight left. It's about 7 p.m. now.
I need to get pants on.
It was a long trip to the cabin. It was about a 5-hour drive this time. Normally we can make it in about 3.5 hours. It's 4th of July. A lot of traffic we ran into, but the dogs are out. They've gone to the bathroom. I need to get in the back of the truck. Get the chainsaw out. We always bring a chainsaw every time we come, and this is why. We've never had one this big before though, so. We're making progress. You can see the truck now. How you doing, Boo?
Good. Hot, sweaty,
I know. I'm so hot. I smashed my thumb. I'm covered in tree sap. But we're getting her done. Some of this is decent wood, so some of it, the big chunks, I'm just bucking them up. We have the trailer on the back of the truck for this trip to bring up some equipment. So I don't know if we'll do it tonight, but at some point this weekend, we'll come back with the trailer and we'll haul all this wood back. It's our tree from our land, so we should be able to keep it.
We definitely can.
We definitely can.
A lot of wood. Green wood, but a lot of wood.
Yeah, it'll be green oak, so it'll take a couple years, but Trail is clear. Ish, kind of. We might have to clean it up a little bit more, but
we could drive through.
What time was it when we got here? 7?
Yeah.
It's an hour and 40 minutes.
Feels like it. I'm nasty.
I know, so am I.
We never take a shower either the first night because we come here clean and we don't really work the first day. We just enjoy
chill
the
and
view.
Unpack and everything, yeah.
I think we may have showers tonight.
I'm already jumping that river.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys probably in the morning. In the summer months in particular, one of the things that we've always struggled with is ice. We have a propane refrigerator in the cabin, but it hasn't worked in like 4 years. So we have 2 of those Ozark Trail coolers from Walmart. We usually keep one set aside for our food and one set aside for our drinks. And on weekends like this, when it's hot, it's gonna be 85 degrees most of the days when we're here. We go through a lot of ice, which means it's not super expensive because it's like $6 for a big old bag, but we got to run all the way to town to get it. So we made an investment in the cabin recently, and we purchased a portable 12-volt refrigerator. It's from a company called Bougie RV. I've seen people pronounce it different ways, Bougie RV, or I just call it Bougie RV. I don't know if that's exactly correct. We purchased this with our own money. That they did not send this to us. I did a lot of research beforehand to try to figure out what's a good one that's also affordable. And these ones are pretty affordable. They come in like 3 different sizes. We opted for the biggest one, 59 quart. There's also like a 48 and a 37 quart. 2 different sides for storage. See, there's a smaller one here and a larger one over here. And the temperatures that you can set on them are completely independent. You can set both of them as refrigerators like we have now. You can set them both as freezers. You can do one as a freezer, however you want. There's like a control panel on the side and you can set them how you want. So we chilled it at home and filled it with our food, and then we plugged it in our truck and drove all the way here with it powered up from my truck. Once we got here, we switched over to our Jackery Explorer 1500. And I think, based on my testing that I did at home, we should get 4 to 5 days worth of refrigeration out of this thing. We turned it on last night around 9 p.m. It's about 10 a.m. the next day, so about 13, 14 hours. We're at 91% power. Decent, less than 10% every 12 hours. That'll be a pretty good result. So I'm not going to go into all the details. We just kind of wanted to share it with you guys, and we'll update you guys along the way throughout this video. Like tomorrow, how are we doing? We have about 4 or 5 days worth of food, and it's not even half full. So size-wise, I think we made a good choice. So we mentioned we had some projects scheduled for this weekend. You can see all this wood in our trailer behind us that we brought up here this weekend. That's probably what we're gonna get started on today.
We did get the oak offloaded from last night, this morning.
But before we get working, we wanna go out by the road, by the trail, and check the white spruces that we planted earlier this spring.
Yeah.
Just to see how they're doing.
And some of you might be invested in the story as much as we are, so we'll give you an update how they're doing. It's been about a month. And a month ago, they were all alive. Yeah, looking good. Even got some big needles wanting to unfold. Yeah, nice. Yeah, looking good. Very nice. Feels nice and strong. Like I'm just lightly tugging. It's not moving at all. So it's definitely well rooted. Well, we did find one that died.
Maybe 2.
2? Okay.
Out of
Yeah, let's just show them
40.
right here by it. So, yeah, this guy, he's not gonna make it. You can see, yeah, he's not attached, so I was lightly pulling the other one. His roots never took hold. Yeah, he's not gonna make it. Oh, it's okay. I mean, not bad. But we planted some at the entrance of the driveway too. I want to check those out.
Okay, I checked the ones by the outhouse this morning and they all looked great.
Good.
I can barely put my arms around it right here. This is the tree that snapped off, I'm guessing 2 weeks ago, and fell in the trail that we had to clean up last night on our way in. That little MS 180 chainsaw that I brought this weekend is not going to handle this, so the rest of this is just going to stay until the next time we come with a bigger saw. That little one just won't. It was already struggling yesterday with some of the smaller branches. So
what was the other oak that fell?
I don't know. There was 2 different types of leaves when we were cleaning things up yesterday. One like a red white oak. This I think is red oak, I think. And then the other one was more like a pin oak, like the lobes on the leaves skinny. Were pointy. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing some kind of pin oak. But it's beautiful wood. So hard.
That'll cook you out of a cabin, that's for sure.
No time.
This little pine's great. This guy's growing a little derpy. It's kind of funny. Wonder why. He doesn't look like super healthy at the bottom, but he is firmly rooted, so you can do it, buddy. And this guy's looking great. And then maybe exactly a year ago, was it in the, well, spring maybe, I transplanted a hemlock. I mean, I'm telling you, they were tiny, tiny little hemlock saplings. And I planted one on both sides of the gate. And he's got a lot of fresh growth on him. So that makes me happy.
One of our big projects for this weekend is to make our water situation at the cabin more pleasant. If you've been watching us for a while now, you probably have seen us with 5-gallon buckets, walking 160 vertical feet down to the river, hauling up buckets of water from the river so that we can do things like take showers and wash dishes. We have a water tank in the back of our truck now, so we can start hauling water with us. And we've been doing that for the last 6 months, 9 months or so. But last year we bought a big water tank. So this is what we bought. It is a 275-gallon IBC tote, food grade. It had food stuff in it. I don't know what kind of food stuff was in it, but we cleaned it all out. We bought a little cover for it, and we want to put it somewhere here at the cabin so that when we haul water up in our truck, we have a place to put it. So that's what we're going to work on today. We have some blocks that we brought up, like foundation blocks. We have pea gravel. We have some wood cribbing in the back of the trailer. So for context, where we're going to end up putting this tank is under our deck over here on the side. Our kitchen is here with our kitchen sink, and then back this way, a little ways, is where the bathroom is. So it should make down the road, if we decide to add an electric pump, maybe a tankless water heater, things like that, to pump water from the tank up here and over to our bathroom should be pretty easy, because the whole underside of the cabin is exposed. So it's easy to get under there and run things and drill holes up through. That's kind of our goal today, is to get the foundation built for this, get the cribbing in place, get the tank in place, and then get all the water from the back of my truck in there. So of all the tools that I brought for this project and supplies, the one thing that I forgot, and I checked to see if I don't already have one here at the cabin, is a level. So I meant to bring my 6-foot level with me so we can make sure When we get the pea gravel laid down, everything's pretty level. When we get the blocks set down, they're pretty level. And we have nothing. We don't even have like any long pieces of tubing so we can make a water level. We don't have anything except our eyes and our judgment. So I guess that's what we're going to try to figure out next. So even though we don't have a level, we kind of had a breakthrough. We have something of reference. The ceiling of the deck above us. So what we've been doing is measuring from the floorboards up here, and I know our deck is not perfectly level, but it's closer than trying to guess.
Definitely closer than my eyes.
Yeah. Which gives us a good reference point. So we're basically going 70 inches from the floorboards there to the top of the pea gravel on all 4 holes. They'll be pretty darn close to level. Then we can set our bricks on, then we can do our cribbing, and then figure out how to get that water tank around down the hill and under here up on top of that stuff. It shouldn't be too bad because it's pretty light when it's empty.
Yeah.
But I think we're making good progress now that we figured out the trick of measuring.
Yes. Okay, so I think Todd told you a little bit about his ideas on the water tank solution, you know, future plans. This is going to be like multi-steps, right? Step 1 was us hauling water from the house in the back of the truck in a much smaller tank. Step 2, get a permanent tank installed. Still seasonal water, but here's the thing, is we're both aging. And it's one thing when you're, you know, 40s, 50s, whatever, hauling big 5-gallon buckets of water up to the porch and heating it up and stuff. But we plan on enjoying this place for a long time. So we're thinking about systems to live longer here. And we don't live here. This is a seasonal cabin for us. But you know, when we're 80 years old, I don't know what our abilities will be. I hope we're still strong and healthy, but things like having plumbed water to the cabin that we can have on demand, cold water, hot water, still running off solar power, but it would definitely give us a little more confidence that we can keep enjoying this lifestyle for a long time to come. So I'm extremely grateful for, I'll call it phase 2. Now we need to fill this thing up, and maybe over the next year to figure out the plumbing solution. So no rush on that. Right now we're still perfectly capable of filling up kettles and boiling them on the porch, but you never know. Someday you might not be able to.
Yeah, I think it turned out great.
Yes. You did a phenomenal job, as always.
Yes, well, way over-engineered like I normally do.
Yes, he does. He builds behemoths. but they last.
You'd think we lived in like California earthquake zone.
Yeah, yeah.
So since we got the hoses and everything out, we figured we might as well fill our shower buckets for tonight. We normally use 5 gallons of water each when we take our showers. So.
Just clean them a little bit.
Clean them a little bit? Yeah, they are dusty. And we'll see how it works. I'd have some special, it took me a while to find the right fittings because like, it seems like there's like 10 different types of connectors on an IBC tote. Different threads, different sizes. It took me a while to find the right one. And then I had to get a couple of adapters to convert NPT to garden hose adapter, if that sounds right. But it seems to work. We'll try it out here. Ready? I hear it.
Good job. We have running water. That's pretty exciting.
See, it fell up all the way.
There's a hole in there.
Yeah, it's kind of leaking. So I wanted to give you guys a quick update on our new refrigerator that we told you about earlier in the video. As you can see, the Jackery is not plugged into the refrigerator right now. I disconnected it. I hooked up a different solar generator because I wanted to take advantage of about an hour and a half or 2 hours worth of direct sunlight that we have right now. Based on my measurements so far with the Jackery Explorer 1500, we're using about 20% of our power every 24 hours, which isn't bad, which means perfect scenario, you can run a full 5 days. It's been hot. It's been like yesterday was like 85, 86 degrees, much warmer than it is today. Today's about 75, 76. But I wanted to share that with you guys to give you some perspective on what you can expect with the refrigerator about that size. We are running it in eco mode, not max mode. So power draws typically around 40 watts when it's running. And we're pretty happy with it so far. I think like if I had to pick some negatives to it, the plastic lids don't necessarily seem like super insulated. And I wish they locked a little bit better because we keep that out on our porch. If we get raccoons up there, it'd probably be pretty easy for a raccoon to flip those handles and open those up. I mean, we can combat it by putting some logs or something on top of it, and hopefully our dogs would alert us to the fact that there's a raccoon on the porch. But just a couple things that I noticed so far that we're not super fond of, but other than that, it's been working great. 33 degrees, all of our meat is staying nice and cold, our cheese is nice and cold, things are good.
So hey guys, we just got back from the running errands in town, and we knew we were gonna be on the search for the closest water source for us for filling up the water tank, and we're so blessed that just 15 minutes down the road, and it's right on the way to where we like to disc golf, is a gas station that has free water. So Todd went in and talked to the people, and yep, you just pull up with your tank, fill up. So I think that couldn't be any better for us because it does a number. I mean, Todd's truck isn't exactly young. So to drive up here all the time with a heavy water tank, you know, it affects gas mileage. It's a lot of weight and load on his truck. So we can just come up here with the tank empty, run over there, fill it up, and then we're going to offload it into the big tank.
A lot faster. Stay in. So that pump's pretty cool. I've been looking at them for a while now because I knew we had something going on at the cabin at some point, but 60 gallons, it's probably gonna go. It's already done 10 in about a minute. So 5 minutes, 6 minutes to drain that whole tank. Pretty awesome.
So I think all in all, you did a phenomenal job. And we filled up our shower buckets last night, just so easy. And the hose is installed. One trip here, we're a third the way full.
We are. We put 125 gallons of water in that thing already.
Yeah.
Which is like 12 days, 10 to 12 days worth of showers.
Nice.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Right.
And it's definitely not like a, we did this for convenience. In an emergency situation, we got a whole river down there full of water.
Yeah.
Within like 1 day project, we could probably put gutters on the cabin and run rainwater right into this thing as well. We just have to come up with some type of a filter to filter it really well. But this is for convenience for us and
for
hopefully
enjoyment.
convenience for our children.
Yes.
So when our kids come here, there's one less thing that they have to think about. Of like, oh crap, I don't want to go down to the river and get water just to take a shower.
Right.
So, conveniences of home.
Yes, I'm really happy. Look at that water line. Nice. Zip it up. So excited. I told him I've got all these plans. Like, we'd just put a faucet there and not have to fool with this valve. He's like, one thing at a time, one thing at a time.
Yep, we just started. So I have PEX. I have the tools to work with PEX tubing. We have experience working with 12-volt RV water pumps. So it should be pretty easy to run some plumbing up into our kitchen, even if we just start with cold water.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Just that, washing our hands would be a huge improvement. So more to come, more to come.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. It's so nice. After, what, 8 years? 9 years?
Hauling buckets,
Of hauling buckets.
Yeah.
So.
But thanks for coming along with us this weekend. We're here for 2 more days. So we may film another video while we're here, but we're going to end this one today.
Yeah.
And we still got, what is it, almost 5 o'clock. Time to make some dinner.
Yeah, so lots of improvements this weekend at the cabin.
Indeed.
With the fridge, freezer combo.
Fridge,
water.
freezer. That's been working quite well.
Yeah.
I'll put a link to the one that we purchased. Like I mentioned earlier, nobody sent us this for free. We bought this with our own money. We do have an affiliate link with them though, which I will put down in the description along with an Amazon link. So if you're looking to buy one, always check both places. Check Amazon and the manufacturer, because
some have deals.
They'll run sales on one but not on the other. So always check both links when we give them to you guys.
Yep. So hope you guys had a great 4th. That was last night. We ended up having a quiet night in the woods, and we'll see you on the next video.
All right, bye guys.